Hello and welcome to the Bronco Exchange. I'm your host, Dr. Shanessa Fenner, and today we have Metoya Scott from the Arts Council. She's the Public Relations Manager of the Arts Council. Welcome, Metoya.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming. And I'm so excited, Metoya, because I told you for years I've always wanted to know the ins and outs of the Arts Council. There's a lot of things about the Arts Council that I've never understood. So it's going to be a pleasure today for you to sit here and explain all of my questions about the Arts Council today.
Let's get started.
All right, okay. So Metoya, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Well, like you said, I'm the Public Relations Manager at the Arts Council. I've been in that position for about 8 months now. Oh. Prior to that, I worked for the City of Fayetteville as the Assistant to the Mayor and City Council. Oh. I enjoyed that. And that was after moving here from Texas.
Okay. All right. So where did you go to school, Metoya?
I went to school at Prairie View A&M University. There I studied marketing. And that's my passion. I enjoy promoting businesses, promoting programs and events. I enjoy going to HBCUs, Fayetteville State.
Yes.
Prairie View A&M University is also an HBCU.
Okay.
And from Texas, we moved here about June 2018.
Okay.
Me and my family and my daughter.
Okay, great. And your daughter,
she's 5 years old.
Okay.
Absolutely loves Fayetteville. We love this area. Okay. It's very easy to call it home. People here are so friendly.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay.
Door.
So Metoya, you talked to me about your degree in marketing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why marketing?
I enjoy promoting items and watching how businesses grow. I like being able to influence the community to take on different projects or just enhancing the economy and creating new avenues for people.
Okay. Which leads us into the discussion about the Arts Council.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what's the Arts Council?
The Arts Council is an organization that promotes everything art and culture in Cumberland County. We provide grants, we do programming, we create opportunities for artists. We have our hands in so much. It's amazing all the things that the Arts Council contributes to Cumberland County. You'd be surprised.
Okay. Where are you all located?
We're located at 301 Hay Street in downtown Fayetteville. Cute store. Our building is a historic building. It used to be a post office at one time and a library, and now it's most known for the big red doors. We are also a gallery. We're open mostly Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5, and on Fridays from 9 to noon. And just starting this month, we've been open on first Friday from 6 to 9, and we are also open on fourth Fridays from 6 to 9. We'll talk more about that when we get to the block party.
Okay, great. Now, I know just most recently, Metoya, I write for Up and Coming Weekly, yes. And I know a few of the articles I've done recently have been the Black History, True to Yourself.
Yes.
You had Megan Good and her husband, and then also the Troublesome Presence exhibit.
Yes.
Why don't we first start talking a little bit about the exhibit, the Troublesome Presence exhibit?
Absolutely, and that was a wonderful article you did for the Arts Council and Troublesome Presence.
Thank you.
That exhibition has taken off. We've had a lot more visitors to the Arts Council than we've had for our other exhibitions. It's promoted a lot of dialogue on social media, and even in the Arts Council, it is a group exhibition that highlights the adversity that African Americans face, and the premise of Troublesome Presence was taken from a eulogy that was delivered by Abraham Lincoln for Henry Clay, where he referred to freed African Americans as a troublesome presence. And so in the exhibition, you can find artwork that reflects leaders in our community currently. Yes.
The Strength of the Black Woman.
Yes. Councilmember Shaquilla Ingram is in there. There's a oil wash portrait of Ann Chestnut. and E.E. Smith. There's sculptures done by muralist Derek Coulter, who also did the mural behind Capitol Encore Academy. It's very fascinating. There's also some film in there, a 5-minute film called Free Market that was filmed at the Market House on Dickens Day, actually, on Dickens holidays. So that exhibition will be in there until Friday, March 13th. So I would strongly encourage people to take advantage of going in and visiting with that and spending time in that exhibition. And take your children. They need to see this as well.
Now, when I spoke with Michael, he and I had a conversation about how, there were various topics that needed to be addressed when it comes to the Black community, Black people and the kind of issues and all that we face. So were those kinds of conversations also held around the exhibit?
Absolutely. We had panel discussions. Our last panel discussion, we invited former Mayor Pro Tem Ted Moan to sit on the panel, and artist Lee Chapman, who also has artwork in the exhibition, and one of our board members, Attorney Cole Jordan, and they discussed who writes history and how that's important to who tells the story of African Americans and how that changes based on whom the storyteller is. And very insightful conversation. We also had the screening of Wilmington on Fire, and that was received very well. A lot of riveting conversations surrounded around that too.
Okay. Any other issues or things that they addressed about, the Black community, Black people, things that we don't like to discuss?
Yes, a lot of that, especially with the film itself, Free Market, that brings to point a lot of topics that people shy from surrounding the Market House. And it's just a beautiful piece of poetry with some movement. It's about 5 minutes long, and I don't want to give too much about it, but there are some facts in there about, about slaves that were sold at the Market House in exchange for debts, and it's just a phenomenal piece.
Okay, let's talk a little bit now about artist opportunities.
Yes, one of our favorite programs is the our calls for artists in our gallery. We have exhibitions year long in there, and we love providing opportunities for local artists. That is very significant to the Arts Council to promote our local artists. So in addition to the exhibitions, we have started doing a Fourth Friday so artists can come and sell their handcrafted goods, their portraits, their jewelry, right on Hay Street in a very fun environment with a DJ or live music performances.
Okay. What's the process for doing that, Metoya?
So any creative who's interested in applying for a vendor spot for the block party, they can go to www.theartscouncil.com/block party and fill out that vendor form. We also look for buskers to perform. So if you play an instrument and would be interested in playing at Fourth Friday, you can fill out that same application as well.
Okay. Now let's say an artist is watching Metoya and they want their work to be featured in the Arts Council. Mm-hmm. How do you go about that?
So on our website, we also have artist opportunities. Currently, our next exhibition that's looking for artists would be our Public Works exhibition, and that one you will come in with the actual art and have it photographed and judged. That call to art is open to anyone, children, adults, novice artists, professionals. You can come in and have your art reviewed to potentially be in that exhibition.
Okay.
After that, we have our 10-10-10 exhibition, which is open for local artists. I believe it's about 10 counties within the central region of North Carolina. And the artists will be responsible for 10 linear feet to put as much artwork as possible in that. And we select 10 different artists to essentially have their own mini gallery inside the Arts Council.
Okay. Now, Metoya, do you all have like themes or different things that you're looking for can anybody just do a piece of work and just bring it in?
Well, usually on the call for art, it'll say what we're looking for. For the public works one, that one's completely open. For 10-10-10 it is. We sometimes we accept multi-medium artwork, so it could be sculptures, it could be acrylic pours, oil wash, pencils and sketching. Generally on our website, under the call for art, it'll say the parameters around what we're looking for. And then not only do we promote our calls for art, but we do other organizations as well. So you can be featured in some natural exhibitions. There's information on there for exhibitions that are out of Durham and Charlotte and so forth. So a lot of artist opportunities. Soon we'll be looking for muralists for a project that we're doing on 295 near Ramsey to paint a mural on the overpass over 295 in Ramsey.
Okay, great. That's going to be interesting. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the True to Yourself Black History Series.
Yeah.
I know you all had Megan Good and her husband.
Yes, we did.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I love True to Yourself. Just the fact that we are able to bring Hollywood stars to Fayetteville, and they're able to speak so candidly about their life and about their trials and tribulations and any type of adversity that they faced in getting in their career is awesome. Last year, Boris spoke in depth about his rise to fame. This year, Megan Good and Devon Franklin spoke about their love, which was a wonderful kickoff to Valentine's, and how they found each other and how they continue to keep each other. It was wonderful, I think, for all ages to hear, whether you are single or married, wonderful to hear. I had a parent come to me and say she really wishes that they had pushed more for teenage boys to hear how Devon spoke about finding your wife, because that's not something you find in the media a lot. Men talk about how to find a good wife and how to keep your good wife.
Exactly. Okay, love it, love it. Let's talk about mini grants.
Mini grants, yes. We are currently looking for more people to enroll in our mini grants. And one of the things that the Arts Council does is we fund a lot of things here. And we fund major projects. Fayetteville State University is bringing Raheem Devon here. And we provide a grant to the university to have projects like that. Over the weekend, we provided a grant to community concerts for the Temptations and the Four Tops to be here. And for smaller scale projects, we have mini grants that fund up to $1,250 for smaller organizations, for individuals who have creative projects that they might need supplies for, or marketing for, or like a space for that involves the arts, or promoting a culture. And that closes March 31st. We do that 4 times a year, quarterly. We provide that grant to the public.
What's the criteria for that, Metoya?
So the criteria for that is that you have to be local. You have to reside within Cumberland County. You have to, it has to be a creative arts program. So it can't be like a party or a fundraiser or something. But if you want to bring a concert here, if you want to paint a mural inside of your 501c3 organization, if you wanted to have a performer come out for something, if you have an idea on something that you believe is cultural, if you want to do your heritage, you want to do a festival or a day for that, the sky is the limit. You're more than welcome to reach out to our grants manager. His name is Kenan Jackson at the Arts Council, and he can go over the process with you. He can talk to you about what you need to include in your application and determine with you ahead of time if that is a good project too, that supports the mission of the mini grant program.
Okay. What is the mission of the mini grant program by chance?
The mission of the mini grant program is to support arts and cultural programs in Cumberland County
Okay.
by providing those funds to those organizations.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you, Metoya.
Thank
It's been a
you.
wonderful part one of the show.
Thank you.
And thank you, viewing audience, for watching the Bronco Exchange. I'm your host, Dr. Shanessa Fenner. Have a good one.
Hypnotized, familiar stranger, wait, hold up, don't